for wheels. You're lucky to have a long line, Wilbert told Thomas and Toby. Mine is only 1.5 miles long, with a station at Narrated and another at Litany. The scenery is superb, though, and my driver says it's better up the valley. Our volunteers are going to open that bit too. They work hard, but it takes a long time. One of Wilbert's first jobs was at the lead mine. Don't pass the danger notice. Thomas warned. I fell down a mine once. Wilbert smiled. I've worked in the colliery, he said, so I know all about danger notices. But, he added, there was once an engine who thought he knew better. What happened? Asked Toby and Thomas. Wilbert paused. This engine didn't have a name, he began. Just a number. 16. And he lived in the steelworks. One of the jobs that 16 and his friends had to do was to take the waste from the works in special trucks to a place they called a tip. Well, went on Wilbert, 16 got tired of always stopping in the same place. He tried to go further, but his driver always prevented him. The other engines tried to stop him too. If the notice is danger, they said, you shouldn't pass it, they said. But 16 paid no attention. Don't be stupid, his driver said. We mustn't pass the danger notice, or goodness knows where we shall end up. But 16 wanted to know. He scoffed, I can take care of myself. One wet day, 16's chance came. The rails were slippery, and when his engineer tried to stop him, he couldn't. You see, 16 asked the trucks, which were in front of him, to carry on past the warning sign. They did just that, and our momentum pulled 16 with them. You silly engine, scolded his driver. It wasn't my fault, muttered 16 ugly. It was the books. You've always wanted to pass that board, said the driver crossly. I believe you asked him to drag us past it on purpose. A foreman ran towards them. What are you doing there, driver? He shouted. It's not safe. Those cars pulled us, said 16's driver. Exclaimed the driver. We'll come back to the office with me, and you, fireman, get your engine back on firm ground before it's too late, ordered the foreman. But it was already too late. As the foreman turned away, the earth beneath 16's wheels sank, and the rails sagged. A small oyster stone cluttered away to the bottom of the bank. 16's fireman knew that if he tried to move the engine out, he'd only make things worse. Ugh! Groaned 16. Beneath his weight, the rails sagged even more. Suddenly, they fell away completely. As the fireman jumped for safety, 16 overbalanced. The coupling between him and the trucks broke, and he rolled cab over wheels down the bank. He reached the bottom with a crash and lay on his side, looking surprised, and he was leaking steam in all directions. Help! He gasped weakly. Thomas and Toby were silent. What happened to 16 after that? Ventured Toby. Oh, he was rescued, said Wilbert, but he wasn't repaired, and he was sent to the back of the shed in disgrace. Is he still there? Asked Thomas. He got better and he deserved, smiled Wilbert. The preservation could be won, and now he works happily in the Midlands. But I think he's lucky to give him the second chance. Thomas and Toby could only agree.